A moment of personal empowerment. I'm sitting here, just woke up not long ago and kind of got to sleep in today because I'm off. But I'm going to go and do some art or something like that. And we have a very powerful new moon, full moon, that's coming up. But we had a new moon that was extremely powerful, deep, that I'm still feeling, as you may be feeling as well. Many changes underway, many things coming to a head. And then being in a space where you really aren't to take action on all of it yet, because that's what new moons symbolize. You don't really take steps yet to, you don't do the action. You don't really move towards that. And you aren't really doing or focusing on the new things, but you're allowing things to fill in. You're letting your grid fill in, as Abraham Hicks would say. And so that's what I've been doing, allowing my grid to fill in. It does work out well when I'm not forceful on everything every single time. But, I don't know if you feel this, but it's got to be the right measure of this or that. Sometimes if you don't take action, it's to your detriment. And then sometimes when you do the opposite thing, then you just got to do things in the right measure, I find. And so sometimes you got to really just sit back and let things come to you. And they really will come. And so this is a picture of it. And this is what it looks like when you're dealing with the new moon energy that we just left with Scorpio. And that is that you use new moons. You use them in a way where you plant seeds. You put seeds in the ground. Those seeds are going to grow because you planted them. So I equate planting a seed with intention, with setting intentions. There's nothing that can happen without us actually intending to have it, want it, desire it. Something that we think of, something that we, some people use the word wish, desire, hope for, whatever. And with that comes the actions. They come, so it's so neat. It's like a baby going through the process of birth, and how first a woman has to get pregnant and lovers have to get together. And then the whole process that the body goes through if a woman gets pregnant, that whole transformational thing. But that's what your seed goes through after you plant it. But then you have to get to the stage where you go and intend, and want this and declare it. Declare that you want it. It's a declaration of what you want as a being who is infinite, as a being who is able to create whatever it is that you want at any time, really. But it takes a so-called time frame for things to manifest or come together, to come into being, to come into form. It takes time because that's how this planet is. It works like that. Elements have to come together, move around, shift and shape in order for us to get what we get, right? Because all of it's not real anyway. And those things we can bring things together. It's like making like when I create a collage of art or something, everything starts somewhere. So as we began with that, right? And that new moon energy, and you take that energy of what you've planted, the seeds you've put into the ground, you've let them get right. And as the moon grows, as it grows from being a small little moon, being no moon, to a little tiny moon, and it keeps growing wider and wider, these wider wedges, then the power of all the elements is heightened, and you get the maximum effect bestowed on your seeds that you've planted, and it comes. And so I find that process does take about like 6 months for you to really see some really big changes. But they do happen and can happen every month, depending on how big the thing is. See, it's about how big it is. How big is the thing that you want? So smaller things don't take that long. They take a little bit, it's a little bit less time. You can get more of an immediate